We are at the end of our conference, close to the end. I am happy to bring to you two of our MESSA members, our Grand Rapids Public Schools social workers, who have been very successful in implementing worksite wellness initiatives for their group. I've been working with them for a couple of years, and I am so proud of them. I've brought them on the platform a couple of times. And you know, they're social workers, so they understand this social, emotional, mental health thing, and they do it so well. And they were willing to come and share with us today. So I'm introducing Glenda, Hayden, and Anjalon Edwards to the platform, and they're going to talk about their wellness initiatives. There you go, Glenda, there you go.
Thank you so much, Rhonda, for having us back again. And Angela and I are excited to be here. Let me tell you, your worksite wellness, MESSA Worksite Wellness Conference every fall is the highlight of our year. Our team has grown to 8 members, and we have to compete or take tally who's come out this year. So we're grateful to be here. Today we learned so much. So we're going to just briefly share with you our journey and how we got to 8 years and how we continue to do this work on behalf of our school social work, and which has also grown now to the point of doing this work for our district. So you'll learn more about that as well. But it was summer of 2013, and the Discover You magazine arrived at my home. And of course, I flipped through, and then the Worksite Wellness Conference caught my attention. So immediately I reached out to my supervisor and I said, we need to do this. And of course, our previous presenter talked about our why. So I explained to my supervisor why. At that point, our district may have had anywhere between 50 to 60 social workers. And I could say maybe a good 5 to 10% of them were struggling and taking time off for FMLA or health reasons. So it could be been physical as well as mental, needing that break, right? Or needing to take care of themselves. And I explained to my supervisor that it's important for us to invest in our overall well-being to continue to do the work that we do day in and day out as educators, and specifically as school social workers. But more close to me, a friend of mine, a colleague, had suffered a stroke that spring. And watching and caring and helping her through that process really made me take a second look at my own health and well-being. So we were just blessed at that season of the timing of all of this, that we had a supervisor that could hear and value and come alongside our vision. So reached out to Mona at the time, who was assigned to our area, our region, the west side of the state. And she quickly introduced us to Rhonda, went to each of my colleagues and made a pitch, and they came on board. So that's how the wellness team got started for us here at Grand Rapids Public Schools. So next I'm going to introduce my colleague who's also been on this journey with me for the past 8 years, Anjalon Edwards, and she'll tell you a little bit more about our mission.
Thank you, Glenda, and thank you, Rhonda, for inviting us today. I echo what Glenda was saying, just all of the things that were going on that we immediately knew about in our district, specifically for the school social workers. We decided it would be a good idea to do the wellness team. And we came up with this mission, our mission statement, our why: to promote mental, emotional, and physical health by providing fun facts and educational information on health, engaging in stress-relieving activities, and providing outlets for our colleagues to experience support to each other to strengthen our capacity to help our colleagues, our students, and our families. And so that comprised of us just getting a small team together, myself, Glenda, Diane McKinney, who is retired now, Molly, Valentine, Kelly, Almira, Noini, and Yvette. Oops, sorry. And so we meet, we normally meet like at least once a month. And it's really a nice way for us to connect with one another and support one another as we try to support others. So it goes back to what we heard earlier from Dr. Sears, just that self-care. So we took care of we would nurture each other as far as like allowing ourselves to meet in a separate place away from our buildings and to actually be in each other's space. Because what we found is if we're trying to do something like in the building, it's not neutral enough. Like we're dealing with crises. We got to do this. We got to do that. We have a meeting. And so by us carving out that 1 hour a month for us to get together to come up with different ways to meet the challenge of the wellness team, which would always have like one goal a year. That was very stress relieving for us. So that was a good start for our wellness team.
So again, we talked a little bit about the seed being planted through the Discovery magazine, and that's how we got started. And we were excited. I think about that was the largest group we probably had. It was that first Worksite Wellness Conference. We got our team, and back then we wrote grants. We had made we were held accountable to what we're going to do as what was our year-long plan. And so we took that serious. As Anjalon said, when we met, we talked about what is going to be our goal for the year. What are we hoping to accomplish? So I highlighted some of that for you here to kind of let you know how we got started. In the fall, spring of 2013, 2014, we decided to do a scavenger hunt. And we love to come to these primarily because we get ideas of what we're going to do. And we already know what we're going to do for this school year as a team, as a challenge for our colleagues, because we get all these great ideas at the wellness conference. So we decided to do a mail scavenger hunt, and it's just something simpler that MESSA provided all of this. And I think that's the reason we've been around for 8 years, because of the support we get from the wellness team and the coaching that we get from Rhonda, because they give us great ideas. So we did the mail scavenger hunt among our colleagues, and it was just an online scavenger hunt, and that was our challenge. And then we were super excited, had our wellness t-shirts made, and we created a video. That was the second part of the challenge that year, and we were hoping to share that with you today, but unfortunately, somehow YouTube took it down, or we can't find it anymore. It used to be there, so we're gonna have to do some research on how to find it and get that back up there. So we just got together, Anjalon in all of her glory, choreographed some moves for us, and we did a video of Happy, and our district came alongside of us and videotaped us, and it was to the song of Happy, which we've heard a lot today. So that song won't ever lose its power, but it was just really a great time to bring us together. In addition, during that spring, we brought in, we had a presentation from the MESSA Wellness coach. So Mona came and talked to us about healthy eating, and we provided healthy snacks for our colleagues. And we built this into our regular PD. We had tons of support from our supervisor. So this wasn't anything extra. It was part of our PD. Mona was our presenter for our PD, as Rhonda has done several years since, far as our PLC or professional development. So we figured out ways to build this into what our district already was having us to do. So no one did anything extra, with the exception of our meetings before school that once a month we took on as a team. But as Anjalon said, that was very fulfilling, and we viewed it more as a self-care versus work when we planned these opportunities for our colleagues. Then again, we went to the conference. You'll see every year we send representation to the conference. And so in the winter, we decided to honor the National Red Day. So February was Heart Month. So that was pretty much part of our challenge. And then one of the things we had our colleagues do, and then we did a step challenge, so a walking challenge. So that was all fun pretty well too. And then that's when we became MESSA superstars. We were featured in the Discover You magazine for our work. So that was pretty fun, having to be interviewed and photographed. And that team was so patient. I don't know if there's some of those folks or the team is helping Rhonda out today with her technology and her camera work, but it was really fun, and we truly enjoyed that. So that was back in 2015. Then for our 2015-2016 year, we decided to branch out and support our district. We felt we had got a good grasp, we got a great buy-in from our colleagues. And just, I think also that first year, just to take it back, we left the conference with tons of posters from the wellness conference, how to wash your hands safely, posters about the case management programs and those things. So what we did, because school social workers are assigned to every building, so that's how we tapped into our district. We delivered those posters back out to all of our buildings and through our colleagues and asked them to post them up. So MESSA's name was up in the bathroom on how to wash your hands in every building for staff. So, or in the lounge for staff. So that's one of the ways we were able to begin to attract the district with understanding what we were doing with the wellness. But in 2015-2016, we did a monthly wellness tips. Each month, our district sends out their district newsletter. There was a tip from the school social workers. They will include events that was going on in the community about wellness, as well as just some helpful information we have found or we learned as part from the conference and those types of things. That was well received by the district. And it was also a great way for us to think that instead of taking on a wellness team district-wise, how can we at least implement district-wise, even because we're just a team of 8 people, right? So how do we get it out there? So that was very successful. Also for that year, as part of our grant and our challenge, we did an interest survey. We had our colleagues give us some feedback on what interests them, ways they manage their health, so we could learn from each other. So we want not only to just provide the information, but also to glean from our colleagues on how best we can support them. The 2016-2017 year, we provided resource cards for mind, body, and soul. We put that information out there and created that. A little how to take care of your mind, how to take care of your body, how to take care of your soul. So that's something we provided for our colleagues. 2017-18, we had compassion fatigue and secondary trauma. Rhonda graciously partnered with one of our colleagues and came in. And Rhonda, if you don't know already and you're new, is this your first conference? She is a fantastic Zumba instructor. So a couple of years she's come out and did some of those movements with us. I'm gonna tell all your business, Rhonda. As people develop their teams, just know that she'll partner with you and her schedule permits, she'll come out and support. The 18-19 school year, we went back to a movement challenge, but it was a little bit different. So you could choose your movement, could be walking. I think that was the year we had the posture at the, we came out to the wellness conference. Someone talked about posture and how to strengthen your balance and those kinds of things. So we gave them a balance, a fitness, or walking. So we gave some different options on how to move. For the challenge. 1920, right before COVID, February of 2020, we held the most wonderful wellness spa day. And we partnered with local businesses, and it was just a moving rotations. A local chiropractor came out, gave free chair massages. We had someone come and talk to nutrition. Costco came and talked about their program and the organic products and the health and wellness stuff that they offer. And it was just very much well done. And again, it wasn't a lot of work in planning this. It was really just a couple of emails and say, this is what we got. And people hear that you're trying to make sure, I mean, maybe we're a little biased, we're social workers, people have a little bit more empathy for us when you tell them your title, but never a no. People, you just say, hey, this is our vision, this is what we want to do, and the community came right alongside with us. Our district came right alongside. So that was really fun. And then COVID hit, and we began to say, well, what are we going to do now? How are we going to, our norm had been interrupted. We can't even have our monthly meetings and take our own monthly self-care. We're all just going through the motions with COVID. But as great social workers and a great team I worked with, and I'm privileged to be a part of my colleagues, we pulled it together and we were able to come up with how do we get this information out? And we decided to do a district wellness newsletter. And I've shared that with at Rhonda's presentations before, and we're more than willing to share that if anyone's interested. But the goal of it was, we looked at the state's guidelines for the return to school. And if you are familiar with that plan, it's a lot of well-being, a lot of the social emotional care, the social emotional learning, that type of language. And as social workers, we rejoice that oh wow, education is getting, it's not just about testing, it's not just about academics, it's about the whole child, the whole person. So we gleaned joy when that mandate came from Governor Whitmer. I think always when I get her confused with Granholm all the time, so I apologize. Governor Whitmer put that out there. So we modeled our newsletter up on those different components. So someone covered the trauma, someone talked about the self-care aspect and the mindfulness piece. So we took different parts, how to manage grief, because in reality, what COVID taught us is that we're all grieving at some level. It's just grieving the loss of life as we once knew it, right? So helping people to understand healthy ways to support not only the students that we serve, but our colleagues as well when we did return to school in person, or when to help prepare for that. So that went over very well. Again, distribute that to our colleagues electronically, encouraged each of them to share it with their building principals. And then the building principals disseminated it to every teacher in the building. So that's how we impacted bringing wellness to our district. And in addition, we did a self-care survey that year as well. One of the things that has grown from this, because we've been so privileged, and our knowledge of well-being and health is always enhanced by attending the conference, and the district is hearing so much about our work, we've been now invited, this is the first year hot off the press, Rhonda, you probably don't know, I just got this email yesterday, to present district-wide a little bit about what the work we've been doing. So we're excited about that. At our next district-wide PD, we'll get to share some information as well, because it's just an exciting time, even though if there's one purse that can come from being a part of COVID or experiencing and living through COVID, the one perk I would say is that we're really taking another look, a second look at ourselves, or reevaluating, reassessing well-being and taking care of ourselves with health. And I'm just thankful that we were introduced to this in 2013. I believe in divine intervention. Nothing happens by accident, that our paths cross with this. And I don't know how long this has been around. I never even asked Rhonda. I know it was around before 2013, but I'm so thankful that we found it. And I'm so thankful for my colleagues who've come alongside, and we've been able to offer this to each other as well as to our district. Now, 21-22, we haven't met to decide what that is going to look like, what our challenge is going to be, what's going to be the focus of our year as a team this year. But I know, I just want to say today has given us tons of ideas. So Anjalon and I will take this back to the team, what we've learned today. And that's typically what we do. Someone goes to the conference, bring back what we learned, and then we build from there and how we're going to best support our colleagues during the school year. So that's in a nutshell of who we are. If you all have any questions, we're here. Anjalon and I are open. If you're starting a team, or you want to enhance your team, or if you want to learn more how we did this and that, what, when, where, and why, we are open for questions. And I guess, Rhonda, I'm okay with it. I just don't know. Yet someone asked about the newsletter.
Yes, are you willing to share your newsletter?
Yeah, absolutely. We will share that. I'll get it to Rhonda, and then she can disseminate it. I think, and Rhonda, you may still have it, because I think we've shared it.
I was going to say that I may still have it, but please send it anyway.
I will.
Thank you so much, Glenda and Anjalon. This was perfect. You should drop the mic, because you just gave the perfect snapshot of Worksite Wellness. The things I want to make salient. Let's highlight. This team, this Worksite Wellness team, attended our conferences. Their success, I think attending the conferences were very helpful for you. Is that what I'm hearing, Glenda?
Absolutely. It gave us it's like a jump start. It's a great way to start this
absolutely.
year.
So if you're in the room attending the conference, and the second thing I gleaned from this is that stay connected with the MESSA Health Promotion Consultant to be successful. Can I say that, Glenda?
Yes, you can.
Stay connected.
You can. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of what you've done, and keep it up. And hopefully there's some things that we've said today that can help you with your 2021 goals.
Yes.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Now, listen, I'm going to share some more soon as they, now I'm gonna give away a couple prizes. Notice in the back, we have prizes. I wanna give away some now, and I wanna give away some at the end when I finish talking, but I have a yoga mat here, more than one yoga mat actually. And Jessica Donald, Kathy Peck, and my namesake, Rhonda Crutch. You guys, time to get the yoga going. We're sending you MESSA yoga mats, okay? Thank you for coming. Also, weighted jump ropes. Now, you can do what Sean told us to do with those weighted jump ropes, or you can do it without. But Sheila McDonald, and I hope I'm pronouncing names right, Sarah Benke, and Shannon Glinsky. You are winners of weighted jump ropes, okay? One more prize giveaway, I'm saying, okay? And then we'll save the rest for later. It's about, let's say I got 11 more prizes to give out. A Power Pro 5000 Ultra massage gun, yes. So if you're one of those people that have some muscle tightness or lower back pain or adhesions, or you engage in tough workouts and you need something to loosen up your muscles, here you go. Heather Felton, Kimberly Goss, Goss, and Sandra Farag. You are a winner of a massage gun. And let me share my screen and let's get started. Well, I hope you guys are full with tips. And the statistics I shared earlier, you know, Sean talked about finding your why. Also, when you're starting a worksite wellness program, either as an individual or as a group, you have to have a why. So knowing that somebody at your work site or your workplace may be struggling with mental health issues. Somebody, based on our statistics, I think it was 8 in 10, somebody is depressed, somebody's struggling with depression, somebody is struggling with anxiety. It's a great idea to get started. If you haven't already started a worksite wellness program or just a simple initiative, it's time to get started to help your colleagues and even help yourself. And even if you're not here to learn about worksite wellness, but you want to work on your own personal health and some of this resonates with you, it's time to get started. These were some great tips that were shared with us. Also, I wanted to pull from what Glenda said. You notice this is one group within a district. So one unit of social workers, they started small, but now they've grown and they've incorporated the whole district. So if that's you, you might be a group of just parapros, and I don't mean to use just, but parapros, or you might be just the teachers, or you might be the secretaries. And you, the sound of starting a district-wide worksite wellness program may be overwhelming mentally. Well, just start with your group, start with your office, start with your workspace. There's 10 people in your workspace. Start there and incorporate some of these ideas that we talked about. And first thing, how can MESSA help you? We have a health risk assessment that you can use, a health interest survey you can use, and a wellness report card that may be available for some groups, okay? Because usually with worksite wellness and any program, most of you know this, that it's a good idea to survey the audience, find out what the group may want to do. Because if you start there, it's more likely that they'll attend your activities and they will benefit from them and they will enjoy them because you're doing exactly what they asked for, what they inquired about. So the health risk assessment, this is for MESSA members. Those of you that can log into mymesa.org, that's found on our website, okay? That's where you log in to find out about your benefits. Well, you can also enter the platform for the health risk assessment. What you do once you log in, you'll scroll down the left side and it'll say wellness resources. So what the health risk assessment is, it's for you individually and it's for you as a program planner. Individually, you and I, we can go and do a health risk assessment. We answer questions. It takes about 15 minutes. The information is private. I don't get the information. Your employer doesn't get the information. It's just private, okay? Once you complete the questionnaire, you get immediate feedback on a wellness plan for you. Based on how you answered, this is the next step to your wellness journey. And also there's a way to be accountable about your steps to your wellness journey. There's a plan there that you would go in periodically and check off when you finish the steps. So there's somewhat of a level of accountability within the program. That is a great way to start, and that is a great campaign to prepare for at the beginning of the year. Now, if you are a program planner, you want to start a worksite wellness program, how about a health risk assessment campaign that kicks off in January when everyone wants to start their wellness journey. Everyone wants a new start in January. So you would start planning probably in November and December and kick it off in January. Encourage your members that have MESSA. Okay, this will be an activity that only those that have MESSA could do, okay, because you have to log in. And encourage them to do the health risk assessment. And perhaps even with that, you want to encourage them to make an appointment to see your healthcare provider. This is the time to make that appointment to see your primary care provider for that annual physical. So you go do your annual physical, come back, take the health risk assessment, or even better, take the health risk assessment, take the results to your primary care physician and share the results, because that's what our primary care physician is for, to help us plan our wellness journey. Does that make sense to everybody? So that is a great way to engage your colleagues with what they have in MESSA. A lot of people don't realize I have this health risk assessment that I can use on the MESSA website and get them started on the wellness plan. Now, you as a program planner, what I can do for you is I can produce a report, an aggregate report, de-identify. We don't see any names. There's nothing that distinguishes any one person, but it's basically an aggregate that says, okay, ABC district, it has a high amount of people that are sedentary, or ABC district has a high amount of people that are not eating fruits and vegetables. Like Kristen said, they're not eating closest to the source. So for a program planner, this is a great way to bring it to the table, and let's plan some activities around this. What can we do to help our population? What can I do to help my colleagues? Because now I know exactly what they need, okay? So you can use that as one part of your program planning. Another part is a health interest survey. A health interest survey you can use with anybody, okay? So they don't have to have MESSA. And we like you to be all inclusive. We want to include everybody on the worksite, at the worksite in wellness, because we want everybody to experience this wellness. So the health interest survey is a way to find out what exactly people want to do, where they want to do it, how they want to receive the message. So this makes it even more customizable. You want to really target in. If you have time to really target in and you want a comprehensive worksite wellness program, do a health interest survey. So you're finding out, do you want to do yoga? Is anyone out there a yoga instructor? Do you want a wellness seminar on fitness or nutrition or stress management? Are any of these health topics of interest to you? Okay, those are the type of questions you can ask. We have a health interest survey that you can use. It's on our website, and you can customize it. You can add questions, you can eliminate questions, but we just want to inspire your creative thought so you can offer this to your members. And so we want to make sure you hit the ground running, and we don't want it to be a labor, heavy burden. We want to make this easy so you can be successful like I feel like Grand Rapids is. Also, for some districts, we can produce a wellness report card. This is actually a snapshot of your group's healthcare utilization. How often are people getting their physicals? Are people engaging in preventive care? The types of services that are already covered on your benefit, the types of services that are really healthcare to help monitor your health and keep you healthy, opportunities for members to get educated about their health needs. Are they engaging in those opportunities? Well, this report card, again, which is an aggregate report, there's no names, no identity in it, but it helps program planners, again, plan what kind of activities, what kind of awareness, what kind of education do we need to bring to our group, especially about what MESSA offers. Because I'll tell you, with Worksite Wellness, most people think, okay, we're going to get massages and we're going to do a walking challenge and we're going to make sure people lose weight. Well, everybody doesn't want to participate in those types of things, and that's okay. But you know what? Everybody should want to see their doctor for their annual physical. Everyone should engage, get their colonoscopy. I'm sorry, I know I said colonoscopy. We all have to do it. I think the age is over 50, but we want people to engage in those activities, even if they don't want to be in the walking challenge. So this is a way to find out how much of your energy should you put into planning things like this. You might find that your group, oh, our group is great. They're almost 80, 90% engagement. And you might find that your group is very low, where there's only 30% of the people engaging in services or getting those type of services done, where you now know you need to create an activity. And what would an activity be like? It would be as simple as a newsletter, sending out a newsletter during the month of February, which happens to be Heart Disease Month, reminding people to get their blood pressure checked, or reminding people that MESSA has a program that can help individuals that are challenged with heart disease. So that's our wellness report card. So let's talk about planning and the resources that we can provide you. We have a Worksite Wellness Toolkit. We have an activity calendar and campaign templates that you can use. Like I said, we want you to hit the ground running if this is a new concept to you. If Worksite Wellness is new and you're like, oh, man, my director sent me here, my manager sent me here, I need to leave with something. Okay, we want to make this easy. So we have the resources available for you. These resources are on our website, and I'm sure somebody's put the link in the chat room. Also, you can contact me, and I can help you be successful. I like to create stars. Our toolkit is a booklet that shows us, it's going to tell you about our framework for Worksite Wellness. It's mindfulness, movement, nutrition. That's basically the answer to every wellness issue out there. If it's a chronic disease, diabetes, hypertension, the answer is mindfulness, movement, nutrition, and MESSA. That's the other one, okay? If the issue is a need to lose weight, mindfulness, movement, nutrition. If the issue, think of an issue, I'm gonna tell you, mindfulness, movement, nutrition answers it. And that's what we have here in the Worksite Wellness Toolkit. And also step-by-step instructions on how you can create a Worksite Wellness team, flyers that you can use, you can incorporate in newsletters and emailings, and also activities like Wear Red Day. We have the instructions of how you can get started. So go and download that Worksite Wellness Toolkit and read through that, okay? And that will help you. Also, we have an activity calendar that we're providing you. So I always tell Worksite Wellness teams when I sit with them, bring a calendar. I'll meet you at this time, on this day, bring a school calendar so you know what days are occupied, and we'll start filling in dates with things. Well, this calendar can help you with that. Some districts sit down and they also grab a national health observance calendar. This is a calendar that has every health theme. You know, every month has a health theme. It probably has at least 8 different health themes. What is this month? This is October's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're doing a campaign to raise awareness of breast cancer here at our headquarters Worksite Wellness Program. You can do something like that too. It's basically spreading information on risk factors, on support sources, and even stories of hope, sharing stories of colleagues who have been through that, or a family member have been through breast cancer and survived. All that brings awareness, and it moves us all to want to support that cause. What are some health and wellness campaign templates? So again, this is to support you. We have this ready for you. Campaigns that match with the Worksite, with the wellness report card. So the wellness report card is built where you have preventive care services, you have chronic diseases. So we have templates that match up with the report card. So if you wanted to use a wellness report card as your planning resource, you could create campaigns for those preventive care services. let's take a look at what we have here. And I'll entertain questions during this. If you have them, just put them in the chat. Somebody will let me know. So again, a wellness plan can just incorporate activities that engage in mindfulness principles, activities from movement principles. Sean gave us some great ones, and nutrition. So for instance, for example, I hope you're writing this down. Here's your plan right now. We're writing your worksite wellness plan. Mindful Monday email messages. That's simple. You know, people, and I know for sure I'm people. I can't read a dissertation email. I have to do it in pieces. I'll minimize it and come back. People just want short, quick messages. If you decide to do a Monday mindful message, you want to send something short and quick. And what I don't know if I mentioned this, but everybody is going to get Maximizing Mindfulness, the book. You're going to get it in the PDF form. It is by James, the founder, James Porter. He is the writer of that book, author of that book. So you can go through that book and find little tidbits that you just want to put in the email on Monday. It doesn't have to be every Monday. It can be the first Monday of the month that you're going to send out a message to your colleagues or to your district about mindfulness. And what a perfect day to start mindfulness, right? Everybody's stressed about coming to work after a long weekend on Monday. So let's set everybody at ease with a mindful Monday message. And it's easy to do. And that could be the only thing you do for your worksite wellness program. And it is considered a worksite wellness program. Gratitude and appreciation messages or activities, okay? So again, that you might incorporate that as a wow tip, a wellness tip, or a message on email, or it can be a part of your newsletter, okay? Also, great ways to incorporate appreciation or gratitude personally or with a group. Encourage people before a meeting. Everyone goes around in the meeting and says somebody they're thankful for or whatever they're thankful for. We know the science says that people that practice gratitude, it lowers your cortisol. People that practice gratitude are more likely to engage in health promoting behaviors. So that is something we want people to do, especially in a time when so many people are impacted by society in a life that is it has so much uncertainty, and it's causing anxiety and it's causing depression. So we want to do something for our colleagues that can help that. And we know stress is a driver of depression. Stress is a driver of anxiety. So anything we can do to lower cortisol, which is the stress hormone, we know gratitude does that. And this is the thing, you're like, why do I need to tell people? Because when people are under stress, or when people are depressed or anxious, they need reminders. Because really, anxiety is that you're focusing on thoughts that are not really in the present, they're in the future. And depression, you're focusing on thoughts from the past. They don't remember that they're supposed to practice gratitude. So imagine incorporating that in a workday where you remind people. I'm telling you, it helps. It helps when you're busy to calm a room down, and it helps people engage. And people that practice gratitude, you know, if you do it all the time at work, you'll start to take it on as a behavior. You're more likely to build that capacity in your brain, and it becomes a habit, okay? Movement, how can we incorporate? Are there questions in the chat room? Anybody? I can't really see my chat room. Okay. Walking or let's see, we're talking about movement. So we talked about mindfulness. Let's talk about, and you're going to get a book on that's going to help you with that. Movement, you're going to receive a book that's going to help you on that from Sean. But, and this is the best time of year to start some movement challenges. I know it's going to start getting cold and the days are getting shorter. However, we need to move more. We sit too much, and we're going to sit even more. Historically, we sit even more in the fall and winter months when the sun goes down and the temperatures are colder. So your colleagues need you right now. They need you to start something that can keep them moving. And it can be easy as sending out, Teresa, just send out that challenge. Tell everybody you want them to do 10 squats every hour during the workday, getting people moving, okay? A push-up challenge. We have PDFs on our website that you can download with push-up challenges, plank challenges, getting people moving. Perhaps with your survey, you might pose a question and find out who in your district or in your group has a talent in running an exercise program or instructing Zumba. Glenda gave that fact out about me, but find out who in your office does it, and they might want to offer it to your group. There you go. You have an opportunity to move certain days of the week. work during the workday. That's what makes this so great, that you're bringing it into the workday. One of the things that our Worksite Wellness program did here at MESSA is we created a fitness directory. So people would have a recommendation of different fitness sources throughout Michigan. And we shared it, and we still are accepting recommendations. So it has the possibility of growing. So it could be videos, it could be DVRs, actual brick and mortar gyms, but we know that our colleagues recommended it. So they've tried it and it worked. So, and also apps, and we included even nutrition sources as well. That's an easy thing to implement that engages everybody in your Worksite Wellness program. Nutrition, mindfulness. We know that mindfulness, that focusing in the present, helps to lower that stress hormone, okay, and helps to minimize the feelings of anxiety and depression. We know that movement can do somewhat of the same thing, and it keeps our emotions higher. We know when we move more, we feel better, like Sean said. So nutrition fits in. We know there is a direct link between good nutrition and good mental wellness, mental health. A lot of the nutrients that we get out of food, especially foods that are closer to the source, the magnesium, the iron, the vitamin C, they support good mental health. You know, that serotonin we talk about, that dopamine we talk about, well, you need raw materials to create that. If we're not consuming it, our bodies won't have it to create serotonin. And that puts us at jeopardy for feeling depressed or in depressive states. So what can we do to help our colleagues during the workday? Again, there are different types of activities and challenges you can do. We created, or our Worksite Wellness program, and I love our team here, they started a cookbook, and it started as a recipe challenge during the spring. And it just got bigger and bigger. So a recipe challenge where people, in a contest where people were asked to submit a category, like salads 1 month. The next month was appetizers. The next month was desserts. And what happened as they kept planning, and people get excited about food. You can disguise it as nutrition, but as long as it's food and it's edible, people get excited. So many people participated in this, and it became a recipe book. So now they're coming out with a comprehensive recipe book from the headquarters wellness team. And you can do the same thing with your group or district. And it's coming out just in time. Now, all these recipes are healthy recipes, and it's coming out just in time for this season where a lot of people are observing holidays where you eat a lot. So it's perfect timing how they did that. But even your newsletter, you can incorporate healthy recipes. And what you do is you ask your colleagues. They're out there cooking great things and doing it in a healthy way. People love to learn how to cook in a healthy manner. So a great way. If you are back to work in brick and mortar, the salad jar lunches have always been successful, where you are asking people to bring in their favorite salad in the jar, and you do a little exchange. I don't know what kind of protocols you have at your job for COVID, but it's a great idea if it's something you can implement. Now, remember, these activities can be done virtually or brick and mortar. These last 21, 22 months have taught us how to do this thing virtually. And actually, I've enjoyed it. It's good to know that we can do it any way we need to. Yes, things are uncertain, unpredictable, but I think we've all increased our resilience and our ability to adapt to that. So, we know what to expect. I'm just staying on uncertain mode, okay? That's where my gear is set. So I'm ready to shift when I need to shift, whatever happens. And that feels healthy to me to do it that way. Some things you can do virtually. You can do a conference. You can do lunch and learns virtually. Have guests come. It can be one of our MESSA field reps, myself. We can talk about topics relative to MESSA and even order lunch. We'd love to come on site as well. I do topics on fitness, nutrition, and mindfulness. Desk cleanup challenge. I was just reading an article today that talks about how having a cluttered desk can be stressful. It can make you feel depressed or anxious. And we've talked about that in the past. And that could be an activity you do virtually, where you have people put on the camera, let's see your desk today, and let's see it again in a week, and kind of challenge people. On-demand fitness classes, you know, they're, like I said, you may have some people that have that skill, or maybe you have a fund and you can hire somebody. There's a lot of personal trainers and fitness instructors who have taken their practice, their fitness services to the cloud, or they're offering them on demand or virtually, right? Create a health tips forum. Have people, you know, there are spaces where you can go, like Facebook, social media spaces, and you can make them private, a private group where it's just you and your group or district, and you can share health practices or fitness practices or nutrition practices. There are some people that enjoy doing things out there on social media. Some MESSA resources. This is the great thing about your worksite wellness program. It's a great way to expose your colleagues to the great benefits that MESSA offers, okay? We don't do commercials. You won't see us on billboards. You do get our Discover You, but we depend on you to share with your colleagues that are MESSA members about these wellness benefits, especially if you have had the opportunity to come spend time with us at a Worksite Wellness Conference. As a health promotion consultant, I can come to you, or we can meet virtually, and I can talk to your employees about all the wellness benefits. I can talk to them about starting a Worksite Wellness program. I love to do startup days, the first day of school, motivating people about what their Worksite Wellness Team is about to do for the year. And definitely I'll sit with you and your team and help you plan. I'm very familiar with wellness best practices. I tell people I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for many, many years. And I have a good understanding of the healthcare spectrum, from the hospital. You know, I've been in critical care, I've been in emergency, I had that experience, home health care, and I love this side of it. Educating people on how to get healthy and educating people on their what's available in the wellness realm. Our field reps, our MESSA field reps are your, I call them your benefit coach. You can have a one-to-one relationship with your MESSA field rep. They're in your area. A few of them are here in the platform with us, and they're there to help you with your benefit questions, and they can direct you to the people in MESSA that can help you, okay? And they're usually out in your area. Our member service team is an award-winning member service team. You won't wait long when you call, and you have options. You can get on our website and you can talk to somebody on the online chat, or you can call and get somebody. But we're known for answering your call quick. And I know I hate calling places and being on hold. I don't know how often when I'm on hold, I'll hang up and call back. I don't know if that's working in my favor, but all of us sometimes feel a little impatient. But with our MESSA Member Service Center, you shouldn't experience that. And we're very proud of the work they do. Our case management program, these are nurses that are have additional education in these different services: asthma, these different diseases, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and our catastrophic medical case management. So there's 3 nurses: asthma, cardiovascular, which includes hypertension, and diabetes type 1 and 2. If you or one of your family members are challenged with those conditions, these nurses are health coaches that can help you get to maximum medical improvement, live optimally with this chronic condition. We know right now, according to medical technology, there's not a cure, but there are lifestyle habits that we can take on that can help us live better, minimize the risk factors for the conditions. So what these nurses do, they'll reach out to you and ask you if you want to be a part of the program. They go through a questionnaire. You together will create goals, and they help you meet your goals. You communicate telephonically. A great program. Again, this is a benefit in your MESSA. So what would that look like for Worksite Wellness? So personally, that's for you, okay, and your dependent. For Worksite Wellness, what you can do is create a campaign 1 month where you are just sharing information about these resources. In our Worksite Wellness Toolkit, you'll find the flyers. You can just paste them to an email. You perhaps can put them in the break room or put them on the wall, so your colleagues will know that if them or their family member has diabetes type 1, type 2, or their children, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and asthma, especially if they're struggling. We have nurses that can help you and become their one-on-one coach to help them through that, okay? That's a part of Worksite Wellness. You can share that as a part of your Worksite Wellness. Also, our medical case management for our members that are facing catastrophic situations. These I would define as situations that keep you in the healthcare system with multiple services and multiple providers, right? Emotionally, financially burdensome, can be a burden to you as a caregiver, a lot to handle, very confusing. We have nurses here at headquarters that manage your benefit, and we have nurses that we work with in the field all over Michigan. We have nurses where you are. So if it's you or your family member, the nurse here at headquarters would connect with the nurse in your area and work with them to help you or your family member. That means there's a nurse on location, a skilled case management nurse that understands the providers in your area. They understand the doctors and the specialists in your area, and with years of experience. You know how stressful it is when a family member is in the hospital and you don't understand these 23-letter words they're talking about and these different doctors coming in and out of the room. Well, these nurse case managers will work with you. They are your advocate to help you understand what's going on so you can make good decisions for you based on the MESSA benefit and your needs or the patient's needs. Isn't that great? Well, we need all our members to know about this. So a Worksite Wellness program helps with that. It helps get the information out during the workday so they'll know about it. Oftentimes, and I used to be a medical case management nurse. I used to work in that area, and oftentimes I talk to members and they didn't know about it until a year later. So it's helpful if somebody they work with knows about it. And often they'll hear about it from the field rep, because they're connected with the member. They'll hear about it, and the field rep will say, well, did you know about medical case management? Or the school business office will contact the MESSA field rep and say, we have a MESSA member here that has this situation. And the field rep will make sure that they're connected with medical case management, okay? We don't want you to miss these great benefits. So help us with your Worksite Wellness program. The Blue Cross online visits are still available, and that's a part of your benefit. We are the Jetsons. We started as the Jetsons in 2020. You can get your minor healthcare needs met in the cloud. Virtually, it's private. With the online doctor visits, if you're not already familiar with it, get familiar with it. Download the app. You can choose your doctors. Better than going to urgent care. Definitely better than going to ER if it's not an emergency situation. Right? Nobody wants to sit in a waiting room and be subject or exposed to things that you can avoid. Well, you can do that using the Blue Cross Blue Shield online visit. And you're basically talking to a doctor or physician that can help you, that's licensed where you are. Still free until December 31st, 2021. Okay. Definitely a great resource. And I've heard only good about that lately. You know, when you get on, you can choose your doctor. You get a list of doctors and you get to see who they are, and you read their bio. How often can you do that when you go to urgent care or the emergency room? You just get who you get. I mean, it's a good thing. We appreciate our medical professionals, but you can, so if you have an issue with a rash or something, you can read their bio and say, okay, this is a specialist in dermatology. I'm going to see them. And then it'll also tell you how long the wait time is, and it's usually very minimal. So you can stay home in the comfort of your home, your office, your classroom, or even your car and get medical care. My Stress Tools, this is a resource that we brought on for you to help you learn about how you can build resilience and learn more about stress. This again is on our website. It's for MESSA members. When you log on to mymesa.org, the portal, scroll down that left side. Now, if you're on your phone doing this, you have to open, they call it, is it called the hamburger? hamburger. I'm learning technology, but you open that and then you'll see it. It's on the left side. It'll say wellness resources. And under that, you'll see health risk assessment, and you'll see my stress tools. Go there today and check that out, okay? My stress tools is information that will educate you on the different ways that you can become more resilient during stressful times. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have to do. I can't change the future. I can't even change right now. But what I can help you do is engage in things that can help build our resilience. We got to learn how to ride this wave, y'all. If you haven't already, that's what it's about. It's going to be ups and downs. Sometimes it's going to look good. Sometimes it's going to be an up and a down. So we have to learn how to ride this wave. And my stress tools are tools that can help you learn how to surf, okay? Literally in your mind and emotions. They are sources of information. If you like to listen, there's podcasts and audio. If you like to see things, there's videos. If you like to read, there's material you can read, okay? Go out to My Stress Tools and try that out. You do a stress profiler and you'll find out your stress number, and you can keep coming back to find out if you're getting any better. Am I able to handle stress? Am I seeing things in a different way? Because a lot of it is the perception of how we see things. Omada and Livongo, two of our other digital offerings, our digital programs. And we offer these because we are serious about helping our members with chronic disease, chronic health problems, okay? Because the largest costs come from chronic health conditions because they're caused by lifestyle. They're caused literally lifestyle diseases. And they are on the rise. Incidence is higher. And like diabetes, the risk for diabetes is being over 40. So a lot of us are already at risk. But this, I don't know if many people know this, but stress, chronic stress is a risk for diabetes. So imagine all the people that are finding out their A1C is elevated after this pandemic. That's why it's so important to manage stress, right? That's why we brought on My Stress Tools. We want to help people. We can't make you go there, but we want to provide you resources to help you manage stress, because that's very important when it comes to delaying the onset of chronic health conditions. And remember, we don't have a cure yet, so we're working to delay the onset. That's where Omada comes in. Omada is a digital program that we're offering to those of you who are at higher risk for developing type 2 diabetes. What they'll do is assign you a health coach. This health coach is going to work with you on what? Managing stress, eating well, and movement. Mindfulness, movement, nutrition. They got that from me. No, but they're going to help you with those three things. They're going to provide you educational material. They're going to provide you accountability. You will be put in a group of other people to work with them. So kind of that group type of therapy, almost like Weight Watchers. When you have other people doing what you are doing, it helps move you along with the masses so you can help make good decisions, get ideas, share tips, and feel like you're part of a community with like-mindedness. That's Omada, okay? Go out and check out Omada. See if you qualify. If you're at risk for type 2 diabetes, you qualify for that. They'll also send you a scale that you don't have to look at the scale. You can just step on it and the information, I hate looking at the scale, but the information goes right to the coach, okay? It's a digital scale. Livongo, that is another program we have. This is for people that already have diabetes, type 1, type 2, okay? And this program, again, is digital, and it's helpful to help you with your supplies, okay? Once you sign up with Livongo, they'll send you a glucometer and they'll start sending you free supplies. If you want that one-to-one personal relationship with the health coach, definitely look into our case management program. We have a certified diabetes educator, Rachel, and she's great. And again, Livongo can be helpful, especially to help with the burden of diabetes supplies. Other MESSA resources that are wellness. We're about the whole family, okay? So those of you that are planning to build your family, Ovia, again, a digital platform that provides information for you from fertility, pregnancy to parenting, okay? Plethora of resources that you can read and can be helpful to help you with that time of your life, your family planning. Other MESSA resources, okay? Everything is online, our MESSA.org, okay? Go visit My MESSA, okay? Also, your My MESSA portal. Check out your benefits there. We are on Facebook, okay? Social media. Join us on Facebook. You can hear about our conferences or any of the exciting things we're doing and all our health and wellness tips on Facebook. Join us, follow us on Twitter, okay? Become our friend on Twitter if you're on Twitter. We're also on Instagram and YouTube. You're on YouTube now if you're with us today, because this will be on YouTube in our library of wellness information. This video, as well as any past conferences, are on our YouTube channel. So here's a tip you can do. We have our past conference speakers. You can use one of those videos for a lunch and learn. You can use one of those videos at a staff meeting. We have wellness experts talking about mindfulness, mindful movement. We have wellness experts talking about nutrition and doing cooking demonstrations. And we have wellness experts that are talking about movement. You can download those videos and share them with your colleagues. Any questions for me? Any questions?